Hey everybody, Gelly Engineering here, and welcome to episode 15 of Ragnamod V. In between episodes, I did this. A lot of designing. Oh, it's so beautiful. The Steadfast brick and the Vengeful brick work really well together here on the outside, and this is actually going to be a much higher tower. This is just the bottom portion of it. And it's actually, now that these four are done, it's going to switch designs and it's going to be something simpler as it raises up. But I have also put the altar in here, and I made the base bricks out of Vengeful. And then over here, made this wall, and I'm debating whether or not to put some pillars in here to make it pop out a little bit more. But yeah, I put in some walls and was testing out some designs here as well. AFK, I have over 2,000. Oh, except for my Vengeful and Steadfast for obvious reasons. Yeah, I have quite a few crystal shards right now, and once again, like I said at the end of last episode, for some reason this back road does not really get harvested all that quickly. It focuses on these parts first. But yeah, this is going to be the last episode that I focus on blood magic. The reason for that is I think this is the 5th episode that I've been working on blood magic, and I just want to make sure that I cover all the bases. So with blood magic, I also killed a couple of withers. I made some reinforced obsidian, which is really easy. It's just iron bars and obsidian. So I made a bunch of that, went into the nether, and just made a spawning station. No big deal for that. But with the withers that I killed, I made an unbreakable wand because I was just wasting time making diamond wands in order to make this work. So, yeah, I did that, and for blood magic, I think the only thing that we have yet to cover is sigils. So we're going to be working on sigils in this episode. The first sigil that I want to make is the seer sigil, and I've been using this divination sigil for most of the episodes. Oh no, there it is. Okay, here. So I've been using the divination sigil, and the seer sigil is an upgrade to that. So I just made this site reagent, and next thing you're gonna need is some arcane ashes and reinforced slates. But sigils generally, this one does not, but sigils generally take life points from your blood network, and since I've redone my altar, I removed the what are they? The runes of the orb from it. So my maximum, I don't even have it anymore right now, but the maximum amount of blood I can have in my network is 11.6 million. It was well over 12 million at the end of last episode before I tore down that altar. So now that I don't have the runes of the orb there, I have less space in my blood network, but it's whatever. There we go. So I just put that site reagent in there and then clicked a reinforced slate, and now I'm about to get a seer sigil. There we go, seer sigil. Once again, it says what my current essence is, 11.6. And it's taking blood very slowly from my altar because these two rituals are constantly taking from my network, and this blood is just filling it up, so I don't have to worry about it very much. But let's get rid of this from my inventory, and then we'll go look and see what the seer sigil does. Here we go, demon will aura gauge gone, seer sigil. So before, all it told me was the amount of, was the tier of the altar and then the amount of blood that was stored in it, but now there are 3 other icons. And one of them is a speed icon, how fast the blood is draining from the altar into a tank if I had one connected, and whether or not it was actually converting something. So if I put stone in here and it wants to try to convert it into a slate, it would tell me that information as well. But that is the purpose of the seer sigil. Probably the most handy ones that you are going to be making are the water sigil and the lava sigil, which we will make next. Alright, here we go. With sugar and 2 buckets of water, we're going to make a water reagent, and bucket of lava, redstone, block of coal. Oh, it gives me my buckets back. Redstone, cobblestone, and block of coal will make me a lava reagent. So this is one of 4 elemental reagents that I'm going to be making, and I will make the air and earth a little bit later. But for now, I need some blank slates. Where are my slates? And move over here once again with my arcane ashes. Not all of these reagents are going to be used in arcane ashes, but water, blank rune, and then blank lava, blank. Wait for both of these to finish. Here we go. I have a water sigil and a lava sigil. So when you use these are essentially an infinite source of water and lava at the cost of... Where did my... Oh, I put it away. At the cost of blood from your network. So I believe the water sigil is 50 life points, and we'll put that right there. And then the lava is 1,000. So, boop. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter how much. But yeah, I'll verify in the book how much it's worth. And I still have buckets, so that's no issue. Instead of using buckets to clean up this mess, I am going to make a void sigil, which is a bucket, gunpowder, and 2 string. Easy enough. Consult JEI. And get a void reagent. Go back over here. Arcane Ash, Reinforced Slate. Here we go. And what the Void Sigil is going to do for me is it just eats up source blocks. Source liquid blocks. Here we go. And that's all it does. That's all it's good for. The Void Sigil eats up source liquid blocks, and it's really easy. And I needed one once again for this. There are 2 ways that I can clean this up, because if I'm honest, I don't like this. I was debating whether or not to use this as the entrance to the cathedral when it's done, but yeah, it clashes too much. And I tried making it blend a little bit better because it was just a hard line connecting the obsidian path, and I still don't like it. So yeah, I'm going to clean this up and move it somewhere further into the cathedral, because yeah, I'm not liking it. But the void sigil could have helped me pick up all of this liquid. Or we have a ritual that we can run that picks up all lava in an area as well. But for now, we're going to move on. Alright, next one. 2 feathers and a gas tier. I wish it did not do that. Here we go. 2 feathers and a gas tier is going to give me an air sigil. Which is an air reagent. And then with the air reagent and a reinforced slate, we get the air sigil. So where's my reinforced slates? How do I always lose the position of those? Boop. And we go over here to activate the ritual. Reagent. Reinforced slate. Now after this, and I was mistaken earlier, there is no earth sigil. All you need to do is combine a piece of obsidian. Oh yeah, beautiful. So air sigil. If you look at that, every time you right click, it zooms you forward a little bit. And does cost it does cost blood life points to use. But yeah, you can you can continuously right click it and just bunny hop. You can even point up into the air. And it's a lot of fun. You can also, as you're falling, if I didn't have come on. There we go. It cancels out fall damage if you use it right before you hit the ground. So you can time it right to do that. But now that I have these 3, my lava, my water, and my air sigil, I can make the sigil of elemental affinity, which is made by using the air sigil, lava sigil, water sigil, and obsidian. And man, I wish this was faster. But you get elemental affinity reagent. Combine that with an imbued slate, imbued slate, thank you. Arcane Ashes, the reagent, imbued slate. Now what this does for you is, well, first of all, I don't have infinite water and lava anymore. That's not what this does for you. However, you see it is deactivated right now. It is now activated, and I'm going to zoom in on that just so you can see it a little bit better. But whether or not it's activated or deactivated, that rune that's on the top of it is either lit up or not. So while while I have this on, I cannot drown. Yeah, water breathing. Fire resistance 2. And if I wasn't wearing all of my living armor, I'm immune to fall damage. So before you get all of the living armor, if you're working naturally through the progression of blood magic, this is very powerful before you get the living armor. The next two that I want to make are the Sigil of Ender Severance. Here we go. I have Ender and Ender Pearl, 2 gold ingots. Here we go, Severance reagent. And then 2 Soul Sand, piece of regular stone, and obsidian. And this will get you something called the Phantom Bridge. Here we are. Now you're going to need some demonic slates for this, and arcane ashes. I only have 1 charge left on my arcane ash, so I'll grab another one. Here we are. Place that down. Oh, I had 2 charges. Nice. 3 charges. Ugh. So wrong all the time. Work in progress. Beautiful. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my living armor. Here we go. Now the first thing that the Sigil of the Phantom Bridge, going to activate it. And I have Creative Flight. Oh, never mind. I do not have Creative Flight. I have an Angel Ring on. What this should have done... Oh, this is a silly idea. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So what this is doing is it's making a surface for me to walk on while I'm... Oh, that is so cool. How much? I wonder how much blood it's using. So it's activated. I don't have to worry about that. Where is my Seer Sigil? Oh, wow. It's taking 50 life points every time it's activated. Yeah, it is taking 50 life points. That is insane. But yeah, that is awesome. I'm going to put this back on. Flying Ring. And I'm going to deactivate this one because I don't need it anymore. But with what Ender Severance does is so long as I am in the area and this is activated, Enderman cannot teleport. Or should not be able to teleport. I'm not sure what the distance is around my around myself, but mobs should not be able to teleport while I am around and this sigil is activated. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to get him to teleport away and yeah, I do not know what the distance is, but regardless, that is what that is. Well, I have 4 sigils now, well, 5 sigils, and obviously you don't want to be running around with all the sigils, so the next one that we're going to be making is a sigil of holding, and Blood Arsenal adds an augmented holding as well, so I may as well just make that. So for the holding reagent, I'm going to actually make 2 of them, because one of them is going to be needed for the augmented holding as well. So I'm going to use this one up. Get my Arcane Ashes. And it finally broke. And where we are. Imbued Slate. So this one's also a work in progress, but this is going to make me the Sigil of Holding. Here we are. And the Sigil of Holding... There we go. Alright, so I just had to disable the hat menu, but with this I can put in up to 5 sigils inside. I just carry around it on one sigil. And can't put another sigil of holding in a sigil, but that's perfectly fine. I'm going to take all of these out, go back to my Hellfire Forge, and put in another holding reagent, Sigil of Holding, leather, and a chest. I'm going to get the Sigil of Augmented Holding. Here we are. Once again, use H to open it up. And I can throw in up to 9 sigils just for carrying around. It's a little wonky. That shouldn't be here. So it is a little wonky, but it does work. And yeah, that's all I'm going to cover for sigils right now. There is one of them added by Blood Arsenal called the No, not Divination. Here we are. Sigil. Yeah, the Sigil of Divinity. And the divinity reagent is 4 golden apples, enchanted golden apples, 32 lightning reagents, 16 nether stars, and 8 crystal clusters. And the crystal clusters aren't any slouch either. So I'm not going to make that. But according to the website for Blood Arsenal, what this does is this essentially puts me in creative mode. I cannot be harmed by anything. I can't fall into the void. I essentially cannot die. So I'd be interested to make that a little bit later once we have the resources for it. But for now, I am done with all of these sigils, and we're going to move on to one of the last portions of blood magic. Before we begin, though, here we go. So this is the Blood Arsenal, supposed to be the book that teaches you everything about it. There's only one thing in it. It just warns you about the glass. So, yeah. So another thing that I did in between episodes was I replaced my Tech Reborn furnace with a redstone furnace and upped it all the way to reinforced. The reason why I put it to reinforced is because it's still pretty slow if you only have one auxiliary reception coil. I got a hardened upgrade and an auxiliary reception coil in a loot chest. So that was easy enough, and then making Electrum is no problem at all to get this to a reinforced level. But yeah, it's running at a pretty good clip, and I have, where are you? I have one of my Spectre coils, or 2 of my Spectre coils attached to it, right down here, and it's keeping up pretty well. But the reason why is because I needed more, I need a heck of a lot more stone in order to complete this, because 8 stacks of stone and one of the crystal shards will make me the stone necessary from blood magic. So yeah, that's what I have this running for. I also have these item translocators, which are insanely fast. So I have that attached to this drawer. It was prioritizing. Let's see. In my configuration, I had stuff coming in from the side, but it was prioritizing going into this drawer first. And if you look, I have a tier 5 storage upgrade in here. So, yeah, it was prioritizing putting stuff in this drawer, and I wasn't making stone. So I just made this translocator, and that solved my issue. Another thing that I did is I made filters over here for my output routing nodes. What? Whatever. So, going south, into the south, I put in this precise item filter, and put in the specific will that I wanted to go. What in the... God, that is so weird. What the specific will crystal that I wanted to go into each crucible, and that problem is solved. The problem that I was having at the end of the last episode, which was that it was just whatever I had the most crystal shards of, it was throwing it into a crucible, so it wasn't actually putting the correct amount of will to grow up these crystals. So yeah, the filter is really easy to make, the precise item filter. It's just a frame part, which I had to use some blank slates glass and stone for. Easy enough. But with the frame parts, you can make the filters that you need. You can do it by ore dictionary, by mod, and by fluid. That's no problem. But that problem has been solved. And with that, I am actually done with blood magic. I didn't go over all of the sigils, but it is in the blood magic book, the Sanguine Scientium. So you don't have to worry about that. And I'm actually going to start working on the tower a little bit more. And I'm going to go through my process of as I start building this up, because I need to start wrapping this around and actually making the walls of the cathedral. So about halfway through here, so this is going to be a very large tower, but about halfway, yeah, right about here, I'm going to have a wall extending out, and the main corridor of the cathedral is going to be quite large. Yeah, and when I hit the record button next, I am going to be building. So like I said in the intro, I have these 4 layers, but I want the remaining 4 layers to be a different design, and I'm trying to think of a way that I can bridge that gap. So I think I'm going to make a little walkway right here, because this area is going to be a part of a mob farm. So the mob farm will go probably to about this point. Here we go. Yeah. the bonfire will probably go about to this point and then raise up quite a bit. Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out a way to bridge that gap, and I think I'm just going to make a walkway. And the walkway is going to be right on these vengeful bricks. I just need, like, I don't know, a window. So, what I've done is I've made some vengeful stone walls, and I already have my steadfast stone bricks, steadfast stone, and I'm going to put some polished in there as well. So my steadfast stone bricks, I'm going to just plop up right here and raise up by 2. Yeah, actually, yeah, okay, that'll work. And then I'm just going to interspace the wall every other. There we go. Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. Cool. So I'm going to use regular steadfast stone. Actually, should I use the brick or should I use the stone here? Yeah, we'll use the brick. We'll keep it matched. So get rid of that. There we go. And then we kind of want a little, since we do want this to be a windowless walkway, because this is a cathedral, and going up to the belfry, there would be a little walkway right around here. Oh yeah, actually, that doesn't look bad at all. I really like that. Alright, so, yeah, throw in some stone right here. Oh yeah, I'm definitely digging that. And I'm going to actually put in some... Let's see, yeah, we'll put polished right on top. Just to show that it's going to start the new area. And then put brick in between there. Alright. Oh yeah, I really like that. Okay. And then we can continue on with the... You know what? Let's get rid of it in the corners. And we'll just have that be brick. Regular own brick. Just so we can, it says we're going to be going up a little bit more. Yeah, it's still, it's subtle. It still pops. It says we're still going to be, moving upwards. Let's not have, too much of the contrast. But where the walkway is, yeah, that polished really is subtle. I like it. And that means that we're going to have the floor be right here instead. And I'm still going to use, yeah, what the heck? We'll use some polished vengeful as the walkway portion of this. And I cannot forget to light this area up. Oh, speaking of, I was looking at stuff in the in-between episodes as a way to light things up without torch spamming everywhere. And where was it? Did I actually add this here? No, I did not. Here we go. Yeah, sneaky torch. So if a sneaky torch... Sneaky block. Okay, so a sneaky block can become a sneaky torch. And a sneaky torch, it says right here, similar to a normal torch, however, you can click on it with another block and it will steal the model for the block. The held block is not consumed. So it will be a torch that I can disguise as another block. And since I'm not doing tech mods until later, that is a good way around the... Oh man, that is absolutely beautiful. But that is going to be a way around my not having the painting machine. So what I am doing right now is I'm actually adjusting the columns of the cathedral. The reason being, my inspiration for this build, which is the Wells Cathedral, the Wells Cathedral has statues in each of the supporting columns. So what I'm going to do is, after I complete every single mod that I complete, and it's only going to be these 3 and then those 3 over there, but every time I complete a mod, if that mod has an armor, then whenever I move on to the next mod, that armor is going to get taken off and then thrown into an armor stand, and that will serve as the statues of the cathedral. And it's also a pretty good measure of how far along I am in the pack. A nice little visual reminder. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for that. And if you don't know what the Wells Cathedral is, it is a Gothic cathedral. Oh yeah, that's much better. So it goes a 2-1-2. Yeah, all right. But it is a Gothic cathedral. It is my inspiration for this build. Boop boop, and this is specifically the west end of it. So You can look up on Google, just type in Wells Cathedral, and there are plenty of pictures. It's a quite famous cathedral. So, but yeah, that is my inspiration for this. Alright, so with wither dust and slime balls, we're going to make some dwindle creams, and I'm going to have to go get some more wither dust. I'm sure I have some lying around. But let's grab some stone, and we're going to make those sneaky blocks. So, there we go. Sneaky blocks. Oh, nice. 2 stacks. And then combine those with a lever. No, combine those with a torch. Get you out of here. And I have 42 sneaky torches. So it says that all I have to do in order to activate them, I can click on the torch with another block, and it will steal the model of the block. So I want to test that out right... Whoa. Here. I have my steadfast stone bricks. Take the torches out. And place a torch right there. Oh, wow. That causes a nice little glitch. But it did provide the light. So... Oh, yeah, and it doesn't cause a little lighting glitch like the painting blocks, like the painted glowstone blocks do. Yeah, that could actually work out nicely. Alright, so... Get rid of you. Put down one of the torches, and then we need steadfast stone. Oh yeah, I really like that. Okay, I'm going to make very heavy use of these sneaky torches in the future. And yeah, it'll keep the torch spam from getting out of hand. Oh yeah. No sooner do I say that than it causes a lighting glitch. So I wonder if it'll do the same thing over here. Put this brick right here. Alright, no lighting glitch there, but in very enclosed spaces such as this one, yeah, it's definitely causing a lighting glitch. And, ugh. Dang it. The higher I build this, the more I love it. I just got done doing the first part of the second rung, and as you can see, I'm not bothering actually jutting this out. It's just going to be like this one little jut, and I'm actually going to move this in a little bit more, at least for this second area. And once again, the contrast is really working with me. I should get working on the inside now, but yeah, I don't think I will because I ran into a problem. I put this column right here. This is going to be one of the main columns of the cathedral. It's going to move all the way up to the roof. Unfortunately, to replicate that on this side, yeah, this is in the way, unfortunately. So unless I change all of this to green brick, which I really don't want to do, I can't put the column on this side because the blood altar's in the way. And wow, I am out of blood already. So, give myself a little bit more blood. There we go. And eat more. But yeah, so I don't want to move this blood altar because it is in the perfect location right as you enter the cathedral. Yeah. I'm sure we'll figure it out. So directly underneath the blood altar, I am setting up the ritual of suffering right now. And there we go. It is now set up. Or the well of suffering. I apologize, that was the wrong term. So just make sure I still have it good. Yep, my blood altar is still right there. Yep, it is all set up. So now all I need to do is supply some witches to it. And what I have done for that is on top of the blood altar over here, the tier 5 blood altar, I have glass covers, which I made with the Forge Microblock saw. And so that was really easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the witches in here and then activate the ritual. And as they get harmed, their blood is going to go into the blood altar. So I just need to go grab a witch. I almost died last time I tried to do this, but my armor is a lot better than it was last time. So all I need to do is find my, all I need to do is, where did I put it? There it is. Curse lasso, and do this 4 times. So I'll be back with you. Alright, there's my first witch. So, I realized I don't know why I was using the cursed lassos earlier, because in loot bags there are soul vials. And since there are soul vials, that means that I can just, without having to weaken the witch first, catch him. And, oh man, it's so much easier. I don't have to worry about getting poisoned or anything. I completely redid my chest plate for poison resistance. There we go. Back in the real world. For poison resistance, and, yeah, I just realized I don't really even need it. Oh, I should probably make some name tags first. So, I did this in a previous episode where I messed up. Do I even have name tapes? Yes, I do. Awesome. 1, 2. So, now that I have these two, I'm just going to name the witches whatever. I don't even know what I want to name them. The first one, Griselda. It's a good witch name. And, oh man, what was the lead witch's name? Alright, well, I don't know when I lost my, probably cross dimension again. I lost my, all of my levels. Son of a gun, why does this keep happening? You stop transferring dimensions so much. But, we decided on, Winifred. Winifred is, what Bette Midler's character's name was in... Yeah, okay. Was what Bette Midler's character name in Hocus Pocus was. So, Winifred. Here we go. So now we're going to go place these two witches down here, name them, and we're going to activate the ritual. Let's grab the activation crystal first. Right here. And plop you down. There we go. And plop. Whoop. You down. Cool. Now that we have them, this one would be Griselda, and I'll go get two new witches. But the reason why we're naming them is because we don't want them to despawn. So let's activate this ritual now. Soup. And activate. So it is damaging them now. Let's see here. Are we filling with blood? Yeah, we're filling with blood. Awesome. Not very much, but it's enough. And I don't have to worry about my blood network. Awesome. Well, we have the ritual of, correction, the Well of Suffering activated. I'm going to grab 2 more witches, and then I'll close out the episode. And here is our last one, who is named Sarah. We have Sarah, Mary, poison resistance, Sarah, Mary, Winifred, and Griselda. And all 4 of them together will be getting me plenty of blood to fill up my network. There's my seer sigil. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, I am actually gaining more than I am losing. That is excellent. Alright, so my witch reactor is officially up and running. And with that, now I am going to end out the episode. As I said before, I'm going to work a little bit more on the Cathedral and prepare myself to work on Aether Legacy next episode. But I am Kelly Engineering, and I hope that you did enjoy this episode. If you have any questions about blood magic, put them in the comments, and I'll briefly go over them in a future episode. But I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.